Is Dainá?
So, in Jan of 2016, I'm 18 years old and I meet Jordan. I'm going to use false names, who is also the same age, 18. I can't remember how I met him, but I believe it was some sort of social media platform. We get to talking, and funnily enough, we live around the corner from each other. And I mean, our back gardens touch. Everything between us was great. I met his mum, his little brother, stayed around his house. You get the gist. We were best friends. Literally best friends. Fast forward 11, 12 months to New Year's Day, 2017. I get a message from a girl I used to go to school with. I'm thinking, okay, Happy New Year to you too, girl. But it wasn't that type of message. I open the message and it says, are you still with Jordan? And to my knowledge, yes, I was still in fact in a relationship with Jordan. So I replied, I was still with him. And the next message was, I think you need to talk to my friend. From then, I knew what was going down. So I messaged Holly, the said friend. Holly begins to inform me that for the last 4 months, she's been seeing Jordan, sleeping with Jordan, and going round good old Jordan's house. He took her virginity in his house, which, bearing in mind, is around the corner from mine. So I get all the receipts I need to get and start ringing Jordan's phone. At the time, he was working in B&M, so I'm assuming he doesn't have his phone on him. But I don't care. I call it anyway. So I'm calling his phone. No answer. I walk around the corner and knock on the door. Jordan's mum answers the door and informs me he's not there. He finishes work at 5 and he should be back not too long after that. So I said, not a problem. I'll come in and wait for him. Yeah, because that's what I'll be doing as well. Legs crossed. I'm sitting down and waiting, yeah. Off at 5. I've got nowhere to be. Soon enough, he walks through the door. At this point, he's obviously seen my missed calls and I can see the sheer panic on his face. The first thing I said to him when he walked in the door was, let's go outside. I'm not going to do this in front of your mum in her own house. We go outside and I'm showing him receipts. I'm shouting. At this point, I don't give a fuck. He's denying all knowledge and acting clueless. So I thought I'd knock some sense into him and give him one slap round the face. Mind you, I'm 5'1", he's over 6 foot, but believe me, the hand connected to the face, yeah. I had all of my answers by this point, and I decided to walk around the corner back home. I blocked him on everything, so his only way of communication was to see me in person. Oh, and he did try to see me in person. He would turn up to my door every day, and I ignored him. Teenage me being teenage me decides to unblock him and hear him out. He asks me to meet him so he can try and explain everything. So I meet him. And he's in this little Peugeot, uninsured, no license, bum. I added the bum part, by the way, that went in the story. We parked at the top of my road and I started asking questions. Turns out his mother never knew about Holly. He would sleep with me in the afternoon, then Holly would be round in the evening and he'd sleep with her. Wild, I know. I told him, this is it. I want nothing more to do with you. The boy started to say, I'm just going to go and eat salt, insinuating that he was going to off himself. At this point, I had no sympathy. I was done. So again, I blocked him and that was that. A couple of weeks later, this video is in paid partnership with BetterHelp. So BetterHelp is an online therapy-based service. You fill out a short questionnaire, fill out a few questions about yourself, and they will match you to your very own therapist in no time. You get to choose how you would like to speak to your therapist, whether you want to do it on video call, text, email, or you just want to do like a regular phone call. You have the option, and that's what I really like about BetterHelp, because when it came to trying out therapy, I personally didn't want to go into a therapist's office, staring in someone's face, sitting down, telling them my business. I can do it on the phone. I've been using BetterHelp for a little while now, and I've had 2 different therapists, and I haven't got any complaints. I won't lie to you. I don't feel like therapy is one of those things where you need to be going through something or there needs to be something wrong for you to have therapy. It will be beneficial to everybody, in my opinion, just on a day-to-day basis for your regular, your self-care. Because if you're not taking care of up here, everything else you're doing to take care of your physical body, what does it even matter? There's certain things I tell my therapist that I don't even tell my friends because it is a completely safe, judgment-free zone. And, it's someone that doesn't know you personally that's able to just give you a different insight, different skills, tools to use, coping mechanisms. Yeah, I highly recommend therapy. If you are interested in trying therapy or you've been thinking about it and you just haven't, taken that plunge, consider BetterHelp. Now, using my BetterHelp link will help support my channel, but it'll also get you a cheeky special discount. So don't say I didn't give you nothing, all right? All the details will be listed in the description box for you to sign up and get started. And thank you to BetterHelp for always supporting my channel. A couple of weeks later, I get a Facebook message of a female who, from looking at her pictures, you could tell she was young. The message stated, "Are you still seeing Jordan?" I said, "Not anymore." She proceeds to tell me how her and Jordan were speaking for a short time, and in this short time, they arranged for Jordan to go around her house before school, so that they could fiddle with each other. Yes, you read that right, before school. Oh my gosh, see? She just wrote before school in capital letters. Before I even read, she wrote before school in capital letters. I'm already repeating, before school. Yeah. Yes, you read that right, before school. Pause. Before school? How old are you? I'm 14. Gobsmacked. Turns out he did in fact go to her house before school. They were going to have sexual intercourse. They were in the position and everything. When Jordan turned around and says, "Just suck it instead." Wow. Okay. So not only did you cheat on me for 4 months and take a girl's virginity in the same bed, probably the same day you slept with me, but you're also a pedo. So I go and find that same little Peugeot we were sat in. He couldn't park it on his road because his parents would find out, so he parked it elsewhere. I leave condom packets in his window wipers, on his bonnet. I leave them everywhere. Immature, I know. But I was 18 and I thought this was the love of my life. So here's the plot twist. It might be triggering to some people, so just a warning. Roughly 2 weeks before Christmas Day 2016, I'm sat at my dinner table eating a takeaway curry. I suddenly get the urge that I cannot stand this food and I'm gonna throw it all up. I thought nothing of it and went on my way. A couple of days later, I'm eating kettle chips. Again, same thing. Oh, girl, are you pregnant? Same thing. Take this away from me right now. I'm going to vomit. I'm thinking, okay, this is getting weird. The whole time I was seeing Jordan, stupidly, we never wore any protection. I thought I was invincible. Turns out I wasn't. So I decided to take a test and there was, 2 lines. I took another test, 2 lines. I call Jordan, he's at work in B&M, and I tell him I'm pregnant. Long story short, I decided that I was in no way, shape or form ready to have a baby. I was 18, in a shit job, living with my parents, and I'm financially unstable. So at this time of finding out I'm pregnant, I'm still so oblivious to the fact that I'm being cheated on with another girl as well as a minor. So New Year's Day comes and we know what I find out on New Year's Day. So I go for a scan. I'm 12 weeks and 1 day. The nurse is telling me I can't take the tablet as I have to be 12 weeks or under. Typical. I get booked in for a surgical removal. The day comes, Jordan's working. I text him saying I'm going in now. All I get from him all day is good luck. That's it. Nothing else, just good luck. Like I'm not already heartbroken enough. That's all the support I get from someone who was once my best friend. That whole experience was just awful. I woke up crying. The nurse asked me why I'm crying. Oh, maybe because I'm 18 and this is a traumatic experience. So I'm in pain for about a week after. I hear nothing from Jordan. He doesn't check up on me, he doesn't care. Fast forward a couple of years, I'm moving on with my life. I've seen Jordan has a new girlfriend and they have a baby together. Cool. He never even crosses my mind like he used to. I'm still a little traumatized and here he comes. It's around 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm getting no caller ID phone calls back to back. I eventually pick it up. It's drunk Jordan. He proceeds to tell me that I'll always be his first baby mum. He's never been the same since, blah, blah, blah. I entertained it for a bit, but it got very boring very quickly. So I ended the call. Over the years, he's tried to make contact with me every now and then. Unsuccessfully, may I add. I never fell into his trap again. So here we are, 2025. I've just turned 27. I'm in the healthiest, happiest relationship I've ever been in with the man who worships the ground that I walk on, and we're looking to get our own place. It took me years to be able to tell anyone about this chapter of my life. I'm a strong believer that everything happens for a reason, and I truly believe that. If I didn't do what I did in that situation I was in, I'd have a nearly 9-year-old child with a cheating pedo baby father. Life really does throw you some wild curveballs, but here I am. I hope I get to see your reaction to this video. I hope it's not too long. I'm not gonna lie, from the part of the story about the 14-year-old and before school, I couldn't even get through the rest of the story because my mind was just saying over and over, where's the part where he was reported to the police? And where's the part of the story that he goes to jail? Because he's still, I don't even want to say the words, but you know, he's still committed a crime, first of all, and he needs to be dealt with for this crime. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Even till today's date, I don't care, because people get caught years later, or till now. I don't know if you're still watching this. I know you probably don't really care about him. You moved on with your life. Like you said, you're in a happy relationship, all of this. He raped a 14-year-old girl. That is what it is. That part of the story was really, really, really horrible to hear. I'm not even gonna lie. Because it's just like, we just have to sit here helplessly as women. Like, this is what I don't like about these stories, because all of these stories are true and we go through so much, and then we're just that happened. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, okay, no consequences, no punishment, no. Keep the stories coming, guys. Email in the description box. I'm gonna see you in the next one.